All right, that's enough of that. There's Bush on 93X. You're listening to the Half-Assed Morning Show. It's Weasel, Josh, and Nick with the traffic.
93X traffic is brought to you by the Minnesota State Fair. There's been an accident on the right shoulder in Minneapolis, 35W southbound at 60th Street. Everybody's backed up to 38th Street. One of these slow-moving maintenance vehicles in New Brighton. Damn them. 694 eastbound at Silver Lake Road. Everyone's backed up to Matterhorn Drive. Heavy traffic in Roseville, Highway 36 westbound from Dale Street to 35W. That's your traffic. This is 93X.
Don't forget to visit the Great Minnesota Get-Together, the Minnesota State Fair, August 26th through Labor Day.
How could you forget that? It's 8:20 now, the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Very happy to say hello to our guests in the studio performing live tonight as part of the Uproar Festival. It is the boys from Disturbed, Dave and Dan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see
Nice
you
to
again.
have you back,
Yeah.
Dave. You were just here not too long ago.
Yeah, a little mild feeling of deja vu. That's all right. Feels good.
And Dan, we haven't seen you in I don't know how long, I guess it's been, but welcome back to the 93X studios.
Thank you. It was great to get up so early in the morning.
I just want you to know that I picked up on that sarcasm.
Yeah.
You know, every Tuesday, boys, we do this Tuesday's Top 10 where we ask a question and then people text in usually hilarious answers. And then we post them on the website.
All right.
Today,
And then what?
what we did is we asked listeners if they had the opportunity to send in the top 10 questions they'd ask Disturbed if they were conducting the interview.
God, we're lazy.
And that's
boy.
exactly how it goes.
These are basically going to be listener-submitted questions.
And I think there's some pretty good ones. Are you guys cool with that?
Sure.
So, I mean, and a lot of them have asked much better questions than we could ever come up with.
Probably right.
See, there's always a little bit of fear attached to that kind of thing. You never know where they're going to go.
We'll start out.
Exactly.
We've weeded out some
Yeah,
of the
we've
ones
gone
that we
through
thought
them.
you guys would get pissed at us
Oh,
for asking.
sure. Yeah, there's some in here that,
All right, we'll start with one that's, this one's pretty easy. I'd like to ask Disturbed if they remember me. I high-fived them at Ozfest 2003. Make sure they keep in mind that if they don't, I will be devastated.
Well, and of course we remember.
Absolutely. It's so crisp.
I think they had a baseball
remember.
hat on back then.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
backwards,
that's awesome.
Red hat.
you probably get that once in a while. Someone will walk up to you and say, yeah, dude, remember me from Peoria? Like something like that? Or, you know?
It happens quite a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, look, it's great that for them, it's a moment that's important enough to them that it stays emblazoned in their memories.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we try. We really do genuinely try. And certain people still do stand out.
Kind
Right.
of on the other side of that, though, have you ever locked in on somebody and gone, what a effing weirdo? And it's just kind of throwing you off a little bit. It's like, why can't I, every time I look out there, I see that guy.
I
that
would
girl.
say several times every show.
All right, another one submitted by a fan. What's the craziest band to tour / party with? Anyone you've ever toured with that
I
was
would say-
completely out of control?
I would say the original lineup of Pantera, you know, when
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
was still together, when everything was still going good. We're talking like for our first Ozfest. I mean,
Yeah, it seems like lately bands usually pick and choose their battles, but when back with Pantera, it was every day.
There was no letting up, was there?
no,
I can imagine that would be true. They didn't seem like the kind of band that would let up on anything.
No,
No.
not at all.
That's where the party was after the show every night.
I'd ask David to tell the story of getting stuck in the box they brought him out on stage one time. Did that really happen?
I think the cage.
You got
Was
stuck
it
in a
with the
cage?
Yeah, one time the cage wouldn't open.
Uh-oh.
Just
Yeah.
like the pods in Spinal
Little
Tap.
bit of a spinal tap.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened? What'd you do?
I
The
broke
rest
the
of
door.
us had nothing to do with it, with keeping them locked in there, I swear.
You didn't swallow the key?
You guys are like, I'm so tired of this beats in your crap. Let's keep him locked
I
up.
remember I had to break it.
Yeah.
I bet that looked pretty cool, though. You breaking out of that thing.
Hurt a little bit. It was metal, but.
You're metal.
So now, have you decided that's enough of those kinds of gimmicks?
Well, I don't think that we're ever going to really, leave the theatricality alone completely. In fact, this particular tour, I hope you guys actually have a chance to come and see the
Yeah,
show
oh yeah,
tonight
for sure.
because it is, God willing, going to be a pretty amazing thing to see. We were just ironing out the final aspects of our production last night, and
Cool.
it's very theatrical, very visually stimulating. It's going to really blow your mind.
Awesome.
Another question for Dave and Dan from Disturbed. If the two of you were in a hot dog eating contest, who would win?
Probably Danny. I concede.
I got a pretty big appetite. I think I could I could win that one easily.
Right on.
I'd ask Disturbed, is meth just another way to die? And if so, what are the top 5 other ways to die?
Meth would definitely be a nice and quick and debilitating way to die, no question about it. Pick your poison, man. You know, that's definitely way up on the top of the list.
Dan, is there a way that you just wouldn't want to die?
I wouldn't want to burn alive.
Oh, God, can you imagine that?
Yeah, we for whatever reason, because we're morbid, it seems like this topic comes up, once every 6 months, and it's drowning and burning are the two that we hear the most. Nobody wants to.
I wouldn't want to be eaten.
Okay, that's a bad one, too.
Oh, but like a shark or something?
Yeah, that would be bad.
Every once in a while, you'll catch those documentaries on the Discovery Channel or Animal Planet or something where some hunter in Montana broke his leg and then he was eaten like up damn near to his waist by a mountain cat until his buddies drug him out of there. That would be terrible also.
Oh, yeah.